Hey, everybody.
Are you sad?
Huh?
Folks, people, that's Jackie Brawls. My
Yeah.
name is Dunlap, and this is my show.
No, it ain't your nothing.
Jackie's sad because today, this
I'm not
episode
sad. I
is
don't-
the last episode we will get to talk about our Kickstarter to you.
Now, why would I be sad about that?
If you are listening to this before July 31st, Friday, July 31st, 2015, the year of our Lord, then you are listening to this before our Kickstarter ends. You still have time to go to our Kickstarter and give us all the
All
money
right.
you got.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody give us, to be quite honest, more than I ever thought anyone would ever give something like this. So, first off, I'm already okay. You don't have to finish it off. I'm impressed. So if
No,
you,
if they don't finish it off, we don't get to keep any of it.
well, I just
It's about the process for you.
Well, I didn't know. Just the fact that many people want to give money for, now I'm embarrassed to take it. Is what it is, and I don't know if just knowing that somebody give you that much, and you didn't get it, because you give it back, and then still not have to watch the election and do any
I think we
videos.
could cancel it. We could cancel it right now and just say we ain't gonna do it. And here's, thanks everybody.
Well,
but
now, see you do it
I
that
just,
way.
it's like clicking a button. I think I get on here right now and say like, sorry
There may-
everybody, we appreciate it, but Jackie said no.
No, now, there's some people that enjoyed it. That's what I come to find out. I never would have guessed it. All them nice people that wrote us, give us message, all that. I'd say your name on here right now, but I guess I'm going to have to do that later on if we get all the
Yes.
money, so I'm not going to do it now.
We're gonna have to say their name on the podcast, and then if they give enough, we're gonna have to say their name in a video. Then, if they give enough, we're gonna have to write their name on an envelope and put a T-shirt or hat in it.
Well,
Oh, also, we got new rewards. Jackie, open yourself up. Accept the love. Accept the gratitude.
no, I'm saying that's all the people saying it makes me happy to give you. I don't know why anybody be happy to give me anything, but, that bless your hearts. It makes me feel good, makes them feel good. I don't want to take that away, so keep on doing it as far as I'm concerned. Or
Well,
don't,
They can only do it till this Friday, July 31st, 2015. That's the cutoff, folks. We are awful close. We're about, unless somebody gets sick and has to take their pledge back, or maybe something happens, their business goes under, they go bankrupt, they ain't got the money before Friday, they have to pull it back from us. As far as I know right now, we are about $200-something away from our goal.
That's it, too.
This is Sunday, we're recording this. So when you hear it later tonight or Monday morning, if you listen to it first thing, whenever you hear this, you can hear this years later. You go, oh, they did a Kickstarter. Remember when that was still legal?
Yeah.
Get on there. If you still got time, get on there. If you're hearing this before Friday, July 31st, get some of the new rewards. Jackie, we going to give away perfect replicas of your new Jackie Market hat.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody wants that, but that's for me, I know you give pledge for it. That's free advertisement right there for me. That's what that is. So I should be paying you, but this how it worked out, and I'm okay with that too.
Also, we got a new reward where we will we'll do a movie commentary. Listeners of the podcast
I don't
know.
understand that. Well, you did it on the Batman movie and Superman.
Yep.
Now, first off, why anybody would want to watch those, period, to me, is, don't make any sense. But then on top of it, hear us talk over it, which I guess is better than listening to whatever movie had to say. But these movies are good movies.
They're Burt Reynolds movies at a lower tier of reward. You get your choice of Burt Reynolds movie, us talking over it. You get Sharky's Machine you can choose, set in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's a good one.
High crime, is that in the 80s?
That's 80s, yeah.
84.
Yeah, that's not.
We've talked about it on this podcast before, but this is us watching it.
Never done that before. Now, these movies, that's what I'm saying. These here, it don't bother me. Hopefully you've seen them so many times like, we have.
Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah, that you don't mind, hear something else different on it.
Cannonball Run.
Yeah, that's the one I seen the least right there, but it's still funny.
That's probably the one most people have seen the least.
That's got some funny stuff in it, people in it, old James Bond's in it, and Jackie Chan, but Jackie Chan does not kick anyone in the face in that. For some reason, he just driving a car most of the time, but
We thought long and hard about this, folks. We were like, well, maybe we should do Smokey and the Bandit 2. Maybe we should do Cannonball Run 2, and maybe we should do Sharky's Machine. See, there was no Sharky's Machine 2, so we could have done Gator.
We should start us what you call talking over movie club, and just once a month or something, talk over whatever movie somebody pick one that they suggest or something maybe.
Well, that's a high. If you give us what is $100, you get to choose a movie of your choice. And we talk over it.
I ain't gonna be no dirty movies.
Jackie won't do dirty movies.
I will not do rated X stuff like that.
Also, it ain't gonna be no movie you made. I don't want to watch you in the backyard running around playing Star Wars.
No, not especially not Star Wars bad enough as it is.
And Jackie, he's really cock blocking me on this because I could get a lot of homemade porn.
I don't want to see no more.
Somebody pay me to watch you do it with whoever.
Well,
that sounds like a good afternoon to me, but Jackie won't stand for it.
I'm going to say you can give all the money in the world to Kickstarters and us. I ain't going to sit down and watch filth like that. I ain't going to do it. I got better things to do with my time.
Jackie's not very sex positive.
What? Sex? I ain't sex nothing.
So, folks, new rewards. And stretch goals. Let's talk about stretch goals. If we've only got a few days left, so I don't know if we're going to do stretch goals because we'd like to do some traveling. We'd like to go to Iowa. We'd like to go to New Hampshire. We'd like to go to South Carolina. We don't know if we got enough money to do it. So
this is how this works. He told me this. You make the money that you begged everybody for. You done get on there and made it.
Yeah, you make your goal.
You beg like a beggar in the street. I need money. And then after that, somebody gives you that money, and then you say, "Oh, I want some more."
Yep.
You don't know how many dollar bills I've taken back from anybody like that.
Well, this is capitalism, Jackie. If you don't buy one Coke, and then you try to get
capitalism ain't begging. No, it don't work that way.
Can I get another Coke? No, you done had one Coke. Does that track? I don't know if that tracks.
What are you talking about, Coke?
I'm thirsty for a Coke. I'm gonna run upstairs and get me a Coke. Anyway, get on here. Get on Kickstarter. Give us some Kickstarter money. There may be some stretch goals coming up.
It'll be over with here in a little while, so we're about done.
When we're back on here next week, you'll hear us talk about how either we went down, our victory was snatched from us at the last minute, or that I am spending foolishly all the hard-earned money you give us.
Yeah.
Cannot wait to let you in on that secret.
What?
And thanks for listening to all these Kickstarter updates. I know it's annoying, but we really appreciate it.
Last one we're going to have to do.
Last one. Next time will be just a recap.
What?
And a final thank you kindly.
Recap's fine, because that ain't begging. Recap say, look, somebody give me this much money. That's telling somebody else.
That's like Christmas morning. Like, hey, look at all these toys I got.
Same thing, yeah.
Call up your friend. Hey, look at all this. How much did you get?
Man, that's what children do. Little children, yeah.
Yeah, kids do that. Not
well,
me.
People like, how many people pulled up in a parking lot here, a new boat on the back of a truck, won't talk about it for the next 45, 20, just all day long sometimes. Tell me how much they got off it. Look at this boat. I said, yeah, it's not, that's fine. I like a nice boat. That's good. You know what I'm talking about. I don't mean to say no names on here, but you got a nice boat. Yes, yeah, that's good, Get a new one almost every month. What did you do with the old one? Oh, that ain't no good no more.
You talking about Murky Shellback?
Well, I don't want to sit there and look at a new boat once a month. If I want to do that, I'd get a boat magazine or something, whatever. Flip through the pages. It saved me from having to walk out in the parking lot and look at them.
Where'd Murky Shellback get all that money by all them boats?
I don't know. I know he don't keep all of them. He gets, what happens is, I don't know if he leases them or how it works, but once a month, I wouldn't think that's going to do anybody good. That run no good no more. Need to get this one, the new one, or whatever it is. I make them once a month and make new boats. He's got to have all new ones. Well, hell, I don't know. He ain't got no place to keep all them boats if he kept them. He didn't know. He gets rid of them.
And house about to fall down around his ears, but he got a new boat out
got
in the
a new
yard.
boat, won't show it to me.
Why don't he live on a boat like Riptide?
You done said his name, so I just go ahead. He needs to hear this he don't listen to this, hell. But, turn it on, the new boat. I know newfangled boat got a thing to play Parkis. I know we got to have a button on it because it's got computer this, computer all that boat. His wife has been in here on 3 separate occasions asking for, for food. Barbecue.
For free?
Yes.
Oh, like a handout?
Yes.
Like we're doing with Kickstarter?
Same sort of thing, yeah. Of course, I can't say no to her. She come in with that baby crying. I'm going to give everybody a barbecue sandwich. That's just, don't take it now. I may have to have it where nobody break children in no more. Don't run with that. Nobody listen to this. That ain't going to, she's the only one. But
so you telling me Trudy Patricia Shellback comes in here, Murky's wife.
On 3 separate occasions.
And they got that baby with her.
Got a baby and a brand new boat every damn month. Brand new.
I heard he doesn't even put them boats in the water. He just rides them around, showing them off.
Why the hell? It don't make any sense to me. I ain't never seen him on no lake I've been on.
I mean, Trudy Patricia will put a bikini on, and she'll stand as he drives around.
All right, that ain't.
She will get on the boat, and she'll wave to people.
In her business. I don't care about any bikini putting it on. It don't matter what you do in it. That's fine. I don't.
No, she just like, look at me, I'm on a boat, but they never get in the water.
I know what she does.
And she looks good, too, for her age. Okay, that baby ain't even hers. That's her sister's baby. They took it. Because her sister's in jail.
It's her baby. If she's got it, it's her baby. And
she won't let it call her mama.
Either way, boat on the water, not on water. Some women like to lay out in the sun, get a suntan, that sort of stuff.
That's what she does. She lays up on there, and Murky hauls her around. She's just sunning on the interstate.
Well,
they go around 840. And he's got that baby up there in the cab of the truck with him.
Well, first couple times I ever met that woman, never said a word to her. She, in the back, like you said, bathing suit on, and he said, look at that, Jack, you see my new boat? And I said, not this one, And I went around there, and who's this young lady? I said, oh, that's my wife. And I might not make introduce you to her. No, I don't. You talk about your boat for that. And then everything he said, boat's got, look at this here. It's got a TV over here, stereo on the side. This is a radar thing. It can see all the fish just where it's at, where you go. And she's done like Price is Right, going to each thing. Ned didn't say a word. Nice to meet you, ma'am. How long y'all been met? No, just going over there and showing what it has in the boat. And it's awkward for me already. Baby crying, in the cab, in the truck. Yeah, but she, that baby cries all the time, but I guess I know why now. I ain't hungry.
You give her the sandwich?
3 different occasions. I give her more than a sandwich. You don't just give a sandwich. She got a baby there. Give potato salad, beans, 2 pieces of bread.
All the things a baby needs.
Well, that's what I got in there. Go somewhere where they got baby food, your situation. I guess she thought she knew me.
You can mush up a potato salad into a baby-appropriate food.
Well, that's what reason I give it to her. Mushy. I said let them beans cool down about an hour and a half. Then
you can mush them up, too.
Yeah, that's what why do you think I done give it to her?
Barbecue's a good mush-upable meal.
It's the softest, kind of thing. Yeah, all of it's, even the meat, if it's,
good tender.
I like pulled barbecue pork. That's what I do. I like, and it's wet, and so it's all all that together. Mushy, just like pretty much everything goes with it. Bread, mushy, all of it mushy.
Makes sense now. Last time I seen Murky Shellback and Trudy Patricia, and they had that baby, and the baby was crying. And he said something I didn't understand at the time, but it's like the scales have been lifted from my eyes. He said, get that baby to shut up. I'm trying to show Dunlap this boat. You pointing at everything ain't helping.
Yeah.
Cut that baby off a piece of that barbecue mush ball. And what they had done, now it makes sense, but they must have just come to see you or somebody else who gives out free barbecue.
I don't know where else he go do that. Nobody.
And what they had done is they'd mushed it all up together. I reckon it was the potato salad and the beans and the barbecue sandwich all mushed up into one ball. And then they'd kind of like, just kind of like you would do with dough, just kind of kept folding it over on itself. And they had this really nice, soft, mushed-up ball of potato salad, beans, barbecue, bun, sauce. And they just cut off a little slice of that, and it was almost like a mushy jerky.
What the hell are you?
And they'd give out that baby eat on that, suck on that barbecue mush ball. And then he'd say, now over here, look at here, a magazine rack on a boat. You ever seen anything like that? Trudy giving me the eye.
All right.
She looked good for her age.
All right. I don't want
because
to
that
hear
baby
about
didn't
her.
come out of her.
Like I said earlier, it's already awkward, first off, for me someone tell me about the boat for about 4 to 5 minutes while I'm at work. And it's also awkward, woman dressed that way, for me to watch porn at things. I don't care. That's not something I grew up in my time what we did.
Oh, I tell you what, Jackie, something. So you won't get me off? You show me a woman in a bathing suit pointing at things.
Don't want to hear.
I don't know if it's Price is Right or what. But
I don't want to hear any of that.
When
That's
I
enough.
was a kid, give me a fetish of a woman pointing at, smiling,
all right,
hair done up, overly made up, bikini, pointing at a washing machine or something.
Enough.
Man, I may have to go bathroom right now.
I don't want such a mouth. I don't want to hear about any pointing at anything. Woman that way. She's a nice woman.
She is. I went to school with Trudy. She's another person here in Murfreesboro I went to school with, Trudy Patricia.
Well, the only thing I ever heard come out of her mouth was, we're hungry, but she was, before that, nice as could be. Again, I didn't.
That would be like Vanna White coming in the store. Just like, can you give me, I'm so sorry, I need a, that must have been heartbreaking.
That's what, it's the same.
She don't say nothing other than like, hey, Pat.
Van White, bless her heart, thank God she's doing all right. She's fine. She ain't gonna be in that position. I don't know who she married, whether he likes boats or not, but either way, she herself's got a living. She makes, she's doing fine. But if, bless her heart,
as far as we know.
Yeah, she's on TV. I reckon everybody on TV doing at least better. And, if I get, got a job on TV, must be doing all right, I guess. But bless her heart, if things got rough for her, I'd be, they got, God forbid, Wheel of Fortune got canceled. I can't see that happening, but if it did, I'd,
You'd help her out.
If she come in there, of course, I'd,
her
give it
kids
to
are
her.
Probably adults now, though.
Give it to her regular, mushed up however she wanted.
Did you mush up the barbecue mush ball for Trudy Patricia? No, I didn't
mush it up for her. I gave it to her like I would anybody else.
Huh.
But now I'm thinking about it. Where thing catches all the food by the grill and everything. When you back there throwing this and that and slopping that and this and turning that on the, so we got it catches all that stuff. I mean, it catches the rest of the barbecue. It's not all of it, but right there on the edge of anything, if it gets on there, it rolls off. So beans, all that, it's already mushed up in there. I could just take, I got to clean it off anyway every night. But if that's, I'm throwing that away. But if that's something they like, I'd be happy to, hopefully they giving them something decent to eat. I don't have to do that, but she only done it the 3 times, so.
Well, next time maybe you can just wad it all up in a ball for her.
Well, I'm not going to water it in the ball, but I'll take it and slide it in a bag or put it in a cup like I would.
Let her wad it up.
Well, I think I'd do enough just by
You
giving her free food. Excuse me, thank you very much. But bless her heart, but at the same time, if I was helping somebody out and handed it to her, and she turned around and said, "Now ball that up for me," I'd say, "Excuse me," I'd have to do that, regardless how bad she needed it.
I think there was some slaw in it too.
Well, yeah, slaw. If they got a barbecue sandwich and they're mushing it up, mine comes with slaw usually on it. You have to request it, otherwise you want it on there. Don't want it on just a little bit always goes on. Now some people say, "I heavy on the slaw now, Jack," and I say, "Yeah, I know what you want. Get it all on there for them. It's hard to get the bun down on top." She didn't do that though. She wasn't.
She was grateful.
She
was she in a bikini?
No, she wasn't in a. She had a robe on or whatever. I don't know.
Her cover up.
She don't need to be walking around.
I tell you what, she even back in high school, it wasn't boat specifically, but she loved to be towed around on something.
All right,
and showing off.
That's
or just sunning herself. Either way.
Well, it'd be nice somebody get paid. She does it fine. She's just as good as anybody on any of those game show, pointing at something. I mean, she looks like she knows what she's doing. Bless her heart, she should, if I knew somebody on any of those shows, I'd give them her name,
I remember, she used to just start out just her riding around the back of a truck.
Yeah.
Or maybe a small trailer like you tow a lawnmower on. She'd ride around on that. And then homecoming parades, she'd be on the floats and stuff like that. There was one float they built around her just sunning herself in a bikini. Just because everybody we're going to have floats, and she likes to be towed around in a bikini. So we built a float around that. But then I remember that one homecoming, I think it was when it was sophomore homecoming parade, she started pointing at things, right. and everybody on the parade route was like, "We are witnessing the birth of something." She can ride, get towed around, wear that bikini. She's pointing at that stuff. I don't know where life is going to take her. You're right. She's got talent that's not being. She's got a thing to ride around on, be towed around on with all his boats.
Well, yeah.
She's got a spot to do that.
Well, you say, I know just from what you said, sounds like a match made in heaven, but if he ain't got a dime to pay for her to get something to eat, or the baby.
I feel like he's taking, and him with his love of getting a new boat, it seems like a man. I just don't know that she's living to her full potential.
Well, it ain't my business. None of that's my business. Bless her heart. I hope she get. What I'm saying is, if there are people, believe it or not, that have a job doing that. They get paid to do that.
That's where she should be.
That's what all I'm saying. If bless her heart, if she needs something to eat, I don't know who you call up for the women pointers. I don't know. If it's someone, I'm sure there's some place in Nashville where somebody's talking about something, need a woman to point at it. I don't doubt that there is.
Could you do it? But I'd hire her for the store.
What?
People come in "Well, you got to eat in here?" You go, "Well, I got barbecue," and she points to that.
All right, that's silly. She don't need to do that. People ain't used to doing that. That'd be something.
It'd be uncomfortable because I'd be real turned on.
All right, I don't want to hear about that. That's another damn reason I wouldn't have a woman in here dressed like that.
I could have had Trudy Patricia Shellback.
All right, I don't care what you could have had. I don't want to hear
enough money to buy a boat.
Bless her heart, I feel bad talking about it. I hope I was doing the right thing. First off, somebody, if you're out there and you need a woman to point something, like Dunlap says, nice looking woman for her age.
And that baby ain't hers.
Well, either way, if somebody give her a job, she'd be able to take care of the baby. I know it's a sister's baby, but it's on them now, I guess. If it's in their truck cab, so it's...
She won't let it call her mama. She told me that.
All right, it ain't my business what
Sometimes she'll whisper a secret to me between points.
All right.
So that's...
She ain't ever whispered me. She just,
Murky Shellback's boat.
What?
Is that a sponsor?
No, it ain't a sponsor. I ain't gonna sponsor his damn new boat every damn month. No, sir.
We talked about it so long, I thought maybe it was a
sponsor. No, it ain't a sponsor. I'd do my sponsor now. Hell. Well, I said I'd do it. I'm gonna do it, so.
Can't wait to hear it.
Well.
I'm excited.
Well, give me $25, but if you give us $25 to do a thing on here, I hope you know well enough that if one thing I pride myself in, probably a good reason all these people give us some money to talk, is because we let it be known how we feel. That's the kind of man I am. Wants to do it till it makes you sick, but I speak from my heart. I always have, and I'm gonna sit here and do this sponsor, and then I'm gonna have to talk about it a little bit here. All right, everybody knows new store down on the square. Bag, cup, a handful.
Bag, cup, or handful.
Yeah.
Beans, right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Betsy Beavers runs it.
That's what makes this hard. That's what one thing makes this hard. But all right, I'm a good friend of her son, Jim Beaver. Well, he's in the store a lot.
Jim Beavers of Comcast Cable.
Yeah. But that's what makes this hard. But that's harder than even taking $25 to do. But here it goes. Bag, cup, handful. Now, everybody knows it was a fine place. I didn't have a problem with it at all. Pretty good. They had beans. You come in there with a bag, you take them out. We got beans out there. First off, it's just a big empty. It's all white in there. And it's big. It's got these, big barrels. They're brown, regular barrels, and they're full of beans. Now, there's a little counter over there where she is, and there's a little room in the back. But you get one there if you want some beans. You get them, and they're good beans and fine. You can take them out in a bag, or you take it out, in a cup, which if you get in a cup, they cooked. If you request it, it's, it's like, good beans, warm cooked beans, right? The rest of them raw. That's what I'm trying to say. It's difficult for me to talk about this right now. And the way it was a limo pinto barbecue baked. And that would have been fine if they just kept doing that. But then they said what it was: lima, pinto, barbecue, bake, and lucky surprise. Now, like I said, I like beans. Everybody likes beans. It's good. I know Miss Beavers. I've known her most of my life. Went there, and it's good. Their barbecue beans, not as good as mine, but they're still pretty good. I always answer, you say lucky surprise, and that's what you say it for. That's what everybody does. But my ears perk up. Oh, surprise. Everybody likes surprise. Birthday surprise, whatever. All different kinds of surprises.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people like. Children like it. You grow up liking it anyway. So you go, what's the lucky surprise? And the first time, today's lucky surprise is still beans, but that's what I was expecting.
Right. It wasn't like chicken.
No. It's a bean. That's what to do. Is beans, and I knew that to start off with, so that's not the problem here. It was green beans. Good bean. Everybody likes green beans.
It was good. These green beans were good. Tastes good.
Fine. As good green beans as I ever had.
Wow.
Not some home-cooked meal way back in the day. It may have been a little bit better. Mama
You don't want to say these are the best.
No,
they were good.
But they were
up
good.
there.
Like I said, it's fine. As most of the stuff I ever had as far as green beans go. Good as Sony's.
All right. I'll put that on the poster. Good as Shoney's.
Good as Shoney's, yeah. I'd say when you get a little side green beans, Shoney's is usually very good. It's as good as that. So that was fine. That was a good luck surprise as far as I'm concerned. I'm like, thank you. Now, the next day I went down there. I'm always interested. Like I said, everybody likes surprise. I said, what's the luck surprise? She said, well, we got French cut green beans. And I was like, well, all right. It is still green beans, still good, but it's pretty much, as far as I'm concerned, same thing, just, different way of cutting it, I guess. That's pretty much it. Just slit down the middle as opposed to left alone,
Yeah.
Just
more green beans.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Not a good surprise.
Not, I'll be honest, no. Now, the day after that, and I understand things happen. Maybe somebody didn't cook what was supposed to be luck surprise. They had to improvise. I've been there myself many times, so I understand that. But I don't think that's the case. Because I went by down there again, and it was lucky surprise. Me getting on. By now, I'm curious. I want to know, right? And sure enough, it was spicy green beans. Now, that's just putting hot sauce or whatever kind, that not even French cut or anything like that. So it's not even like we had these left over, got to get rid of them. You went back to the one you had before that and put something on it. Well, now they had a big announcement they want me to give on there, and I'm going to give it. I said, I took $25, put it in my pocket, so I'm going to give it. Used to be bag cup a handful, lima, pinto, barbecue, baked beans, looks right. But now, they don't any longer do pinto beans. They do, guess what? Green beans, that's right. Lima, green, and barbecue baked. So I went down there for Lucky Surprise. I'm saying, well, let's see what this is. And guess what it was?
Chicken?
How many times have I sit here and it was Creole style green beans. And I said it to them so they know how I feel when I took this $25. I said to them right there, you can't have green beans and just put something on it and let it be a Lucky Surprise. Because that's just, you could say, lucky what you going to put on green beans today. Just call it that. Anyway. So, yeah, bag cup, a handful, go on down there, off a square. Just, if you like green beans, you really going to like it. Oh, yeah.
You hear that siren?
Well, there you go.
Going to Longhorn's dancing parlor.
Yeah. Some things don't change, I tell you what. But I guess, the Lucky Surprise sure as hell don't change down a bag cup, a handful, I'll tell you that, because it's going to be green beans some way or another. But now, see, you can't have, even if you just did that, if you just said that we just, green bean store, and still had Lucky Surprise, it ain't my place to tell somebody else how to run a business, so.
Why do you hate Creole green beans so much?
It ain't that I hate nothing. All of it's fine. It's just the same with somebody shaking something on it or pouring something on it. It's the same damn thing. It ain't lucky. Take that out of the name in a way, because you getting the same damn thing again with more pepper or salt on it or whatever the hell else. It's the same thing. I ain't got nothing against green beans. I ain't got nothing against Miss Beavers, fine lady. She don't. I tried to explain this to her, and they don't seem to understand it. So,
Maybe it ain't none of your business. Maybe you're stuck in the past. Maybe it's how you run a bean store in 2015.
Well, if that's how you do it, then I can just get my green beans at Kroger's. Because it ain't, and, put whatever I want on it when I get it home and warm it up on the stove.
Surprise.
Yeah, that's right.
That's bag cup or handful. Jackie's mad sponsor this week.
Well, we'll see if they're my sponsor next week. I guess I shouldn't have given Miss money. I should have said hell no, but I thought I'll take this opportunity to explain my feelings about it. So, and that's exactly what I did.
You seem to have gotten angrier as time has gone on.
I guess I'm getting used to people giving me money to complain, because that's what it seems like's going to be happening here pretty soon. It seems like what's going on.
I got a sponsor this week, Jackie. I think you're really going to like it. Fish Fellow Inn here in Murfreesboro. Infamous.
You better be careful. You going there.
Motel, the old Fish Fellow Inn. Now, some of the neighbors, some of the police saying like, Fish Fellow Inn, you got to clean up your act. We can't just have a motel here in town where you go when you're coming off or going on some sort of drug-fueled binge.
All right.
And this is more, there's other notorious motels here in Murfreesboro, but some of those are more prostitute motels.
Okay.
Some of those are more, just had a fight with my wife and I need a place to take this woman I picked up at Gentleman Jim's. Two's motels.
Okay.
Some of them are like, I'm going to have a meth party.
Just say it's a hotel. That's it.
Old
you
Fish
complaining
Fellow
now?
Inn is sort of a combo. You never know what you're going to get.
Well, they said they're supposed to clean it up. Is what the Daily News Journal and everything else said that they're going,
Maud Fishfella got on the TV, and she said, look.
It ain't her fault, by the way. She ain't run that place like that on purpose, really. It's just,
It's just once word gets out that what you have here is drug-fueled orgies, prostitute parties.
All right, I don't want to hear about it. Youngins get in there and do drugs and all sorts of stuff. That's all you got to say. That's enough.
Bare-knuckle fish fights.
That's
when you it's because it's called Fish Fellas. So sometimes they'll go down to Kroger and they'll go to the seafood department. They'll get the biggest fish they got.
What?
And they'll do some in poppers. And they'll just fucking wail on that fish. And then there's 3 people in the corner jacking off. This is what happened. Look.
I don't want to hear anything about it. Just say it's a motel in Murfreesboro, hotel, whatever they want to call it.
Well, that's sort of his.
Well, that's what it is, isn't it?
In the lead.
I don't want to hear about what to do in there. Nobody wants to hear that.
Well, you're wrong, Jackie, because Daily News Journal just started a new column like what happened at Fishfella Inn last night. And this is with the cooperation of the police and Mayor Bain Jekyll. They're trying to shame Maud Fishfella into closing down her shady, notorious motel.
It ain't her.
It ain't Maud Fishfella's
It's
fault.
not her fault. It used to not be like that years ago. It used to be truck driver place. Now, I know truck drivers sometimes, it's a stereotype, say truck drivers do those pill stuff or whatever, and I know a truck driver got arrested down there. That made news everywhere with all them kind of pills that they take. But it does happen sometimes, and unfortunately, that time it did happen. It happened at Fishfella Inn. And that's years ago. And it seems like ever since that happened, it's just, something worse than the other. Nothing I ever heard as bad as just what you said. I don't want to ever hear that again. I don't want to hear that kind of talk on here, ever.
Well, I can't help what the kids do.
You cannot, your mouth help it from talking it out loud.
That ain't even the word. I mean, that was in the paper.
All right. I don't want to read a paper about it. I don't want to hear about it. Just say Fishfella Inn.
Inky did a cartoon of it so people could really see how bad it's getting over there. But Maud says, look, her prostitutes are sex-positive sex workers who help methed-out truck drivers deal with whatever issues they're going through. It's not sex trafficking prostitutes.
I don't want to hear any of it.
The fish that they buy from Kroger's are sustainably farmed.
That is enough.
Maud Fishfellow says she's being painted with a brush that paints her as some sort of sex, drug, fish lady, and she's not that. She's a business owner.
I don't want to hear about
her husband died and left it to her. And she says now she didn't even want it, but now that it's in the paper, the police are trying to shut her down. She says that what they want is that Walmart wants to buy that place, put up another Walmart there.
Well, it'd be good. It's a good.
There's a Walmart 30 feet away.
Well, there's people that don't have to, it's right at your door.
I'd rather see people hitting a fish and jacking off.
Well, knock the hell out of you if you say that again.
Walmart. I mean, I've seen that happen. Listen, I'll be honest. I've seen that happen at Walmart. There's so many Walmarts here. You can't really. Anything that's going to happen is going to happen in the vicinity of a Walmart.
Enough. I'm not going to hear that. I don't want to hear that kind of talk ever again on here. That's twice you said it. I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear about anybody's fish they get at Kroger. Nothing. I don't care what. I don't want to even know that she went there to get it.
And now they call that fishfellowing. Poppers. Let me set the stage.
Enough.
Bare knuckle, bare chested, do some poppers, hit a fish. As hard as you can.
Enough.
I don't know if it's the violence of it. The fish is dead. You got it from Kroger's, right? So no harm, no foul on the fish part.
Enough.
You're not hitting anybody else, no other human being. You're hitting a fish. It's sort of a contest to see who can hit the fish the hardest.
All right.
He's already dead. In the corner, 3 of your friends, pre-selected, going to town.
Okay, enough.
Fish fellow.
All right. Just say it's... Why did you... Just say it's
in the paper.
I know it's in the paper. They don't say it like you do, though.
Well, you should say Inky's cartoons, a lot of black
Well,
boxes. And for some reason, he drew everybody look like Dagwood.
Ash cartoon, everything in there looks...
He gets fixated on one thing, and then everybody got to look like Dagwood for a week.
That's just how he is. He's still good drawer.
Real good. It looked
drawer.
just like Dagwood.
It looked, yeah.
That fish looked like something you'd see swimming around.
I didn't see any of that stuff going on against him. You know, half the time it's like another picture. Dagwood, to me, it don't matter what he's doing. That's good. But I didn't see that one. I'm glad. I tell him he'd have to go draw stuff like that somewhere else. Don't be drawing that in here.
Well, he did. He hides. He knows if he's drawing something.
Well,
First of all, he's a
hide it.
journalist, and we got freedom of the press in this country.
You can call him whatever he want. He can be whatever, but he don't need to draw stuff like that.
And second of all, he
my place of
hides
business.
it when you walk around, just like back in school. Ain't
Good.
nothing changed. He'd be drawing a picture of Trudy Patricia being towed around in her bikini, and we'd be like, yeah, draw her good. And then teacher walk around, and you have to cover it up.
All right.
Just like it.
Well, that's fine when you're young, you know, and a little kid in school, and now both of you grown men, nothing's changed, and you're happy about that.
Nope,
well, that's
nothing's
good.
changed.
Well, that's
Ain't
good.
a damn thing changed. It's like I'm still in high school, except worse on a lot of different levels.
Well, physically, on you, not that much. You was big back in, too, but you just more of you and older, wrinkly.
Bully.
Huh?
Bullying me.
I ain't bullying anybody. The 2 eyes in the head see that. How's that bullying? Open your eyes. I ain't bullying nothing.
So Maud Fish fella gave me $25, and she said, Dunlap, go on there and tell him to kiss my ass.
Well, fine. That's fine.
Oh,
You could have done that.
in ain't going nowhere.
I don't even like to hear that kind of talk, but that would have been a lot better than you going in all that mess. I don't want to hear about it.
So if you like shady, notorious motels in Murfreesboro, Tennessee,
You've said enough.
then you want to go down to the old Fish Fellow Inn. If you like fish fellowing.
What? Don't even. Enough.
So that's old Fish Fellow Inn.
All right.
Right off the main drag in Murfreesboro. It ain't off the square. They wouldn't put up with that stuff. It's off the main drag. Fish Fellow.
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
As Jack Bowles still here.
Folks, people, this Dunlap, we are 45 minutes in.
Just get you had to talk about all the filth that goes on in that place. Just get to the thing where people questions, right? You ask.
We're doing a you ask them. So this is where you, the listener, provide us with the questions. We put this up on Facebook and Twitter. We say, hey, we're going to do a you ask them this week. Y'all give us the questions.
Try to just be direct, answer question, and just answer the question and move to the next one just fast, just because I ain't got all day to sit
We're
here.
going to try to speed through it, double time it.
All
now,
right,
it's hard because I don't understand the new Facebook that made us a page, and it seems everything seems to come out of order.
I don't understand the old one,
so I'm
going to
give this a shot. If I miss your question, I do apologize. We are short on time this week, so I'm going to try to get to everybody's. If Jackie doesn't go off on his old man tangents.
You the one that has to talk about fish following, whatever it was. Pitiful. Made me sick to my stomach.
John Holiday. This is on Facebook. John Holiday says, I hear a lot of talk about GOP candidates trying to get the evangelical vote. Dunlap, since your daddy is a preacher, any word on who he supports?
You talked to your daddy? When's the last time you talked to your daddy?
The last time I talked to him, he was about half lit, and he was breaking into my grandma's house.
Yeah.
He stole a mannequin head.
What?
You know, like you put a wig on.
I know what a mannequin head is. What the hell he want with
And
that?
2 rolls of quarters.
Well, yeah.
And an empty purse. And I just watched him do it. And on the way out, he said, "Vote Trump."
Yeah.
But I don't know. He didn't seem to be very preachy.
Well, he
point.
wasn't in. Well, you wait till if he's around. Sometimes he'll turn preacher, and for me at
It's
this
hard to
time,
say, yeah.
either way is hard on me. I don't want to see either way. I know you preacher's better, but at this point it ain't. It's not. If I got to listen to somebody preach at me, it better be somebody who means what they're saying, because I know better, and we all do. Nothing against your daddy. He used to be a good man.
Oh, no offense taken.
Used to be a good man.
When was that?
Well, I think before he was born.
Huh.
At some point, I think
That's
it was
weird.
a little while. If I remember, there must have been something good, because I wouldn't. Anyways, I wouldn't have put up with him as long as I have, basically. But anyways,
He didn't seem very preachy that night. But, you know, they say Trump may have a problem getting the evangelical vote, so that may be a sign of that. Jenny Benevento says, "So, we know your feelings about the Confederate flag. If we were to make a flag that really represented Southern heritage," I don't know if y'all heard it, but Jackie is against Southern.
well, just years had it on. There's plenty. Now, you take it a little too far. There's the thing that they're saying they're taking the Dukes, Bo and Luke Duke off TV. Now, they can take a computer and take a thing off there, and it don't look like something look like it's in space or Star Wars or something. They can take it off of that car, and you'd be a fine show, except that you'd have to change the name of a car, I guess, too. So, you take it a little too far. That wouldn't take anybody but a few, little while on the computer if they know what they're doing. But I just, enough of it. People get upset. It hurts people. Just enough. I had enough of it.
Can I just say that most shows, a lot of TV shows, you can go for a long time and never see the roof of that car.
That's true.
Whatever car they drive around. The only show I can think of where the roof of the car is important is the Dukes of Hazzard, and they had a Confederate flag on it. Usually car roof is not the biggest deal. So they must have had a lot of crane shots. Like, we barely seen the Confederate flag this week, fellas. Can we get up high?
I don't. It's been so long, I don't remember. I guess we'll never know now. No one's ever going to see it anymore.
Somebody ought to start a TV station for assholes that just shows Cosby reruns and Dukes of Hazzard.
Right.
We'll be right back with The Cosby Show. After that, Dukes of Hazzard. You're watching.
It'd be people to watch it, for sure.
Oh, yeah. You'd get money. You'd make some advertising money off that.
Nobody'd want to, yeah. But
it'd be the same people advertise on Rush Limbaugh show.
Yeah.
Whoever does that. Whoever left does that.
Running out of them, yeah.
So we know your feelings about the Confederate flag. If we would make a flag that really represented Southern heritage and pride, what would it be? Jackie's face on a goat.
What? What do you mean no?
That'd be a good one. That'd be a good flag.
A goat's fine. That's fine.
Goat is great.
Some people don't, I don't, how many of them's got animals? I don't know all the flags of the
Bear.
states. Which one? That's California, right?
Mm-hmm.
And California got a bear on it. If they got a bear, we should have, yeah.
With Jackie's face.
No, not my face.
Because your face is Southern pride.
All right.
And shows people like you can be true Southern, hillbilly, redneck, ignorant as fuck, and still not need
watch your mouth.
The Confederate flag 2015. You say, here's the face of an old man who doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground.
All right.
Still wipes his ass with a Sears catalog.
I do.
For old time's sake.
Watch your mouth.
Ain't
you
got a
making
tooth in his
stuff
head.
Up. I got plenty of teeth left. I'm fine.
And he hates a Confederate flag. We can all come together, show true Southern pride. Look at the face of this ignorant hillbilly.
Hey, watch your mouth.
His face is on a goat.
All right, enough.
The South will rise again.
Enough.
And when we say it will rise again, it means it will rise again. Show everybody how black people and white people get along real good. No more white what do you call it when white people are better than white?
Well,
My brain, I'm getting that old-timer's disease early. What do
you
call
can't
it?
get it too.
Supremacy.
White
That wasn't
supremacy. That's
even-
Ku Klux
folks,
Klan. That's
oh
not
my
a hard
God.
word to remember. What's wrong with you?
I'm asking Kickstarter for money. I can't even remember the words white supremacy. Now, see, people would look at that like, oh, is that supposed to be funny? He can't remember white supremacy? Folks, I really could not remember the word supremacy.
Yeah, he's like that a lot.
Now, I guess maybe if my white privilege was showing through, privilege affecting my brain, if I was black, I probably would never forget the words white supremacy. I understand. Folks, look, I'm sorry. My brain went down for a second. So to answer your question,
I
Jenny,
think people expect your brain to. Now, look, you sitting there making.
I am high as hell.
Oh, enough. You saying stuff. If I tell you this right now, if it took my face on a goat on something to get white people and black people to get along, and I'll do it. That's fine.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Get to your Photoshop and send us pictures of Jackie's head on a goat to be the new Southern Heritage Flag Pride.
Now, it's got to be on a flag. Don't put it just on a goat. It's got to be like the colors.
Jackie's face on a goat on a flag.
What, like still colors, all flags got different colors. I don't like purple. I don't like yellow. So anything.
What about orange?
Orange and the big.
Like to bring in some of that Dukes of Hazzard.
No, the Tennessee Vols is big orange, and they got nothing to do. I mean, Tennessee, just because of history, has got something to do with the rebel flag. But as far as I know, Tennessee Vols, they don't do it. No.
So orange like the General Lee, Jackie's face on it.
No, not like
with
a General
goat.
Lee. Just
What's
I
the matter
don't
with
want
the
to start.
General Lee other
You
than the
sitting there
name?
trying to get black people and white people to get along over something General Lee color.
Black people liked the Dukes of Hazzard, except for
I
the fact
know
that they were being dared to not like it every week by the rebel flag and the name of the car. Other than that, everybody loves the Dukes of Hazzard.
Then don't bring that say General Lee on the flag or nothing like that.
But we're taking the good part of the General Lee.
Orange is a color. Just say it's a color orange. I like Tennessee Vols. Big orange.
Thanks for your question, Jenny.
Orange
Dean Wallace.
flag gold on my face. If that make everybody, not just white and black people for that matter, I don't want to be. That's racist right there, just saying that. All people, everybody, every which way.
What are you saying? All lives matter?
What?
We're going to boo you off this stage.
I didn't say that either.
All flags matter.
That, you just...
Philip
All
Dean
right.
Wallace, I can't get enough of Jackie's funny paper analyses. I totally agree with him about Spike and Snoopy.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, Mary Worth needed to keep her nose out of everybody's business.
Yeah, she did, yeah.
And what the heck was up with Apartment 3G?
Hell if I know. I still don't understand what that... It irritates me is what it does. It gets under... certain things get under your skin, and that's one of them right there.
What is Jackie's favorite funny paper cartoon ever?
Oh, hell.
And which one does he currently harbor hatred for?
Favorite one ever? One I hate most now is that penguin one. It's the penguin thing. I don't like that one. I think that's stupid. If some of you tried to show me that and say, look, Jackie, they're running you down or whatever. And I said, they ain't running me down. I don't understand the fact they don't make a penguin talking. How's that supposed to make me mad?
You talking about Bloom County come back?
Whatever it is, that thing, yes. I never did like it when you bugged me with it when you was young and looking at it, laughing and stuff. And I don't like it now. So that's the one I'd right off the top of my head. That one and the little boy and the tiger, the peon stuff. I don't think that's funny.
You're talking about two of the greatest comic strips ever created.
How is a little boy and a tiger peeing on things supposed to be good and all? That's nothing about that's funny to me, whatever it's called. I don't even want to know the name.
Peeing on stuff is funny.
It is not funny to me. I don't care who's doing it. I don't want to see the cartoon do that either.
You get so mad, you say, I'd jerk his britches right back up and say, there's a room for that.
Yeah.
Called a bathroom.
Yeah. And put the animal control call on there. Tiger's okay. Tiger goes bathroom. Animals don't know better. I understand that. But you little boy at that age that they drawing him should know better by then.
What was that comic strip you used to talk about all the time? Glumpy and the Merman Patrol?
Oh, Glumpy, that's years ago. That Glumpy and the Merman Patrol, that was a patrol, not control, it was a Merman Patrol. Glumpy somehow was a little boy. I can't remember how he got magic. I think his uncle gave him something because it was him and his uncle. His mama was sick or something. And then they go around and it'd be in a shell, like hold that up to your ear, and out come the merman, it's a mermaid, but this man like a big muscular chest, strong man or whatever, with a fish bottom. And they do all sort, solve mysteries or what, all sorts of things. They get in. Glumpy, his uncle, I can't remember, Mr. He called his uncle Mr., but it was Uncle. I know that. So go here with the uncle. You think he'd call him Uncle, but it didn't.
We called him Mr.
Mr. what? I can't remember the name up for the life of me. It's not Mr. Magoo, because that's something else, isn't it? That's another cartoon, right?
Yeah, he couldn't see good.
That's right. It wasn't him. That's somebody else. It's Mr. something, maybe Mr. Miyagi.
Nope, that's Karate Kid.
Mr. It's an M, though. Mr.
Oh, let me Google it.
It's Mr. His name wasn't the name of it. It was Glumpy and the Merman Patrol. And the merman come out of the shell. He hold up to the ear like, listen, better listen in or something.
Mr. Millipoodle.
That's it. That's it right there, Mr. Millipoodle. All right, it was his mama clearly sick because they come home. Let's go home check on your mama. She's sick.
Wow, they kept that in there. I always had to go back and check on the mother after the big
At
adventure.
the end of whatever they did, they get back to her. Yeah.
How was she doing?
I mean, she lived. There never was one where she was dead. She was just always laying down on the couch or in the bed or wherever. But they'd come,
That's exciting. That's an exciting comic strip. You don't like Calvin and Hobbes, but you read about a mermaid
I don't
man
know, no Calvin.
Standing around.
There's nobody sick.
Bed
you
looking
listen
at
to
a
me.
sick mother.
Mama was sick. Said, "Go here with my brother, your uncle." She said, "You go here with your uncle," and then he called him Mister. I don't know why. Can't remember why that. Well, maybe there was a reason, but I don't know.
Was he pretending to be his uncle?
No, because the mother said it.
Daniel Maynard says, if my math is correct, you should have gotten over $7,000 from sponsors over the years. What did you do with that money? And then August Hahn replies to Daniel, where do you think Dunlap gets his drug and lap dance money? I do not appreciate the insinuations that are going on our Facebook
He don't spend
page.
it on drinking because he steals all that beer out of here.
No, it's very
and
important.
brags about it.
A lot of equipment and things that you don't know how much it costs to run a podcast. I mean, really, and I'm putting Jackie he entrusts me with his sponsor money, and I put every dime of that back into this show.
It costs $30, $35, something like that, just to get the computer to go in the store. And I don't like paying that, so that's where I give my money to. And have to usually put I usually have to make a difference because somebody else's sponsor either ain't giving them the money or he's,
If you ever give a stripper $7,000, I recommend it.
Enough. I don't care what you give any amount to stripper. I don't care about it.
Ray Fair says, whatever happened to that cobbler man and Pharmacist Reynolds? Boy, I can't remember. What happened to Cobbler Man and Pharmacist Reynolds?
Well, I don't know. He gonna have to check. What is you call it? Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. Guy Lancaster has updated our Wikipedia. Let me see. Let me get on here. See Wikipedia. Red State update. Wikipedia. Let's go on here. Podcast section. Our friend Guy Lancaster has Update the sponsors: TT Slot, Dr. Birdman,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wet Breads, Gun Sonic, J String, Greasers, Get Out, Coley Snack Food, Jim Beavers,
Yeah.
Skunkies, Longhorns Dance Parlor, the Murfreesboro Museum, Don Podge, Tax Wiz, the Glory Shelf, Greeters, Hose Water, 3 Sticks of Candy.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
run by Mr. Reynolds, a former pharmacist. After the death of his wife, Mr. Reynolds, still grieving, accidentally mixed up some prescriptions, resulting in the injury and possible death of several Murfreesboro residents.
Yeah.
He subsequently lost his pharmacy license and opened a candy shop in the same location.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
He continues to dress as a pharmacist and
Yeah.
keeps candy in pill bottles. At 3 Sticks of Candy, customers can only buy candy 3 pieces at a
Comes in
time,
3 at a time. Yeah. One. Yeah.
save for Wednesdays between the hours of 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. when 3 is 6. Mr. Reynolds reportedly has a mannequin dressed up as his dead wife to whom he talks. At last report, the establishment was infested with coyotes. But then when there's rabbits and the coyotes, and I can't remember what happened during the. Now they're seeing the coyotes on the hills that ring Murfreesboro.
Yeah, they see him up there, but
And as far as Pharmacist Reynolds, because those coyotes ate the candy and medicine combined, there was still some medicine in some of them bottles, and they're super strong and powerful.
that's what people are saying.
And
but
Murfreesboro
I
is
don't
ringed
know.
with them. The hills surrounding Murfreesboro are ringed.
Yeah, there's a wrap around the Walmart's around that further up there.
And the Cobber Man, he's in
McMinnville. McMinnville, yeah.
It's a lot to remember. Jeff Coma says, I donated $50. Come on, peeps, pony up. You Asking Podcast. What do you think about Jesse Ventura for president?
Jesse Ventura's.
He was governor.
I know
Wrestler.
who Jesse Ventura's is. Now, people see, they look at Jesse Ventura's think, oh, he's a wrestler. He's, dumb, but he's pretty smart when he gets to talking. I mean, you have to strain to hit, but yeah, he's smart. I don't know what he's doing now. I don't know what he's doing. He's usually on TV mad about something, which I guess if that's pretty much what it takes to be president, he'd be fine.
One day Seinfeld will pull up to Jackie's Market for an episode of Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee with you boys. What will Jerry be driving?
Oh, there's Seinfeld's.
I think sometimes he tries to do theme. If he showed up here, it'd be cool if he was driving old truck, a mule.
Oh, yeah.
What would you say, Jerry Seinfeld, if he showed up here, Jackie?
I don't care what he drive up in, as long as he ain't got no boat behind it. He won't show me. He can drive whatever he wants.
You know what'd be cool? Just off the top of my head, a replica of Barney Rubble's car, the one that looks like the log ride at Opryland.
Well,
That would be cool. I'd ride around with Jerry Seinfeld and Barney Rubble's car. Al Moore. That was Al Moore. Al Moore's got another question. Does Sour Towels have a bridal registry? My ex is getting married next month. And when did the Glory Shelf Bibles, Books, and Balloons drop the burning? All right.
They used to be burning in the back. People taking it the wrong way.
Yeah, so they just cleaned up the sign. They're like, there's a lot of stores here in Murfreesboro have confusing signage, and they just said, we're putting our foot down. There's no reason for this.
Yeah.
It's that we're purposely being misleading.
They still burn stuff back there. They just don't,
They don't advertise
it.
Well, sometimes just smoke in the air is advertising.
Yeah, the people know, where can I burn this? They see all that. You drive to it, yeah.
What he said, WTF am I going to do with all these American flags I have left over from all these, from my office's 4th of July, excuse me, Jackie, I mean Independence Day picnic.
Yeah.
And how much would a barbecue sandwich, I guess he wants to burn those flags.
No, sir. No, you don't burn those. There's ways, because sometimes people make American flag, tablecloth made out of paper, stuff like that, paper plates, and you can't save everything. There's a protocol, I believe, to get rid of all that stuff. I know I was in the Army years and years ago. Never did much but guard a Jeep, but I remember when they throw that stuff, there was a way to do it. I don't think you had to have a trumpet or anything like that, but there's something. It's just been years. But I'll have to look into that. You're right. But don't burn it hold on to all that stuff for now. I mean, put it in the garbage bag if you want, but I mean, don't let me. I'll look it up or ask one of my Army friends, military friends that I have on the proper way to dispose of all that.
James Brown says, Jackie, I think it's crucial for nonagenarians to stay active. What do you do to stay vigorous?
Nons or what?
What do you do to keep in shape?
Well, yeah, I work every day, get up every day, get in here. Yeah, but cook all day back here and hot. Just that keep you busy, keep you on toes, keep you sharp. Some people order 2 or 3 barbecue sandwiches. Some people just order 1. Some people want 4 or 5 things of beans. Some people just want 2. Some people, you get numbers and handed it, how many do I make? How long does it take to make, all that stuff. That keeps your brain sharp and working. I think that's what I knock on wood, I guess, as I say. When the good Lord wants to take me, he will.
Oh, my God. I
now,
feel like my brain is atrophied just listening to that.
What?
I'm never going to remember white supremacy as a phrase.
What?
After listening to you ramble on.
He asked a question.
Tom Lewis says, is there any truth to the rumor Jackie saves his beard trim and sticks them in the wall for extra insulation?
What?
Is there any truth to that rumor?
No, that's silly. I don't save beards. No. American flag garbage you hold on to. Beards you just put down the sink. They used to be, you get those little paper towels, just line the sink with it when you shave or trim or whatever, so it catches it all, so you ain't there cleaning up on it all day. And then, of course, those little Kroger bags, those you just cut down the middle and it'll fill your sink just about right. One of them Kroger bags. Just cut it just a little bit and put it in there, and then just you can shave, cut, and I throw that away. I don't save it, but that's just to keep from making a bigger mess than it's going to be already.
But you could save it if you wanted to.
I don't want to save it. There's no reason to save it. That's stupid. That's silly right there. It don't make any sense.
Well, maybe just some people keep track of, I cut this off me today. I cut this off me.
Insulation, that's another story entirely. That's something totally different.
You don't think does hair make good insulation?
I don't. Just.
Also, Dunlap, you should try out for the U.S. Olympic wrestling team. I feel like you'd be good at psyching out the opposing wrestlers. You damn right I would be.
No, he wouldn't.
Psychological warfare is what they call it. They see me coming out. They go, I ain't gonna tangle with this motherfucker.
Hey, watch your mouth.
I say, that's right, run away.
I bet whoever wrestling he has more respect than to talk like that.
And also, I wouldn't shower, so I'd stink real good.
All right, just
and just be all slick with oils off my body, so they try to grab me, and I'd be like, I ain't showered in weeks. What you gonna grab onto? My skin is nothing but oil. You ain't gonna grab nothing on this. Come on, then.
All right, everybody. Yeah, I know.
And then I'd focus on whatever physical defect they have that I know
they ain't got to grab a hold of, just knock you in the head and go on. I don't know what that's wrestling at, but still, I don't. Nobody wants to hear about your filth. Just
like maybe if they have like big ears or something, I'd say, "Come on in, big ears," and they'd be like, "Oh, this guy too." Guy Lancaster says, so does your offer of movie commentary, folks, this is going to be important. This is about our Kickstarter rewards.
It's talking over a movie is what I call talking over movie club is what I call it, but go on.
So does your offer of movie commentary, has 3 parts to this question, for Smokey and the Bandit include any of the trilogy, or is it extra to force you to watch the 3rd one? I didn't discover until after we were married that my wife had never seen Smokey and the Bandit. Of course, I rectified that situation as soon as possible. But do you think our marriage is still legal under Arkansas law? And what does Jackie count as porn? I figure that several of us might kick in for a Showgirls movie commentary or 50 Shades.
I don't want watch Showgirls. Are those porns? Is that what that is?
Showgirls, you remember Showgirls? It's where the girl from Saved by the Bell goes to Las Vegas. She becomes a showgirl.
Well, that's telling a story. It's not the kind of story I want to see. I'm talking about dirty movies where all they do is,
50 Shades is a woman goes on a journey.
Journey?
Sexually.
All right.
I don't know.
I don't.
I don't know about you and your wife. Is your marriage still legal under Arkansas law?
What's that? I don't know what that means. You Smokey and the Bandit?
She hadn't seen Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh, I see. She ain't seen it yet, so yeah, she should have. Where's she from? Where's your wife from?
He's not.
She on here?
He can't answer this.
Oh.
It's on Facebook. He can't say.
Well, if you set it up where I could just ask them and they'd answer, if they can ask it on there, I don't see why they can't answer it. But all right, fine.
But as far as the movie, we thought about it. I we said this earlier. We thought about 2. We didn't really think about 3. But we're sticking with 1. That's the lower tier. If you want to go up and give us $100, we'll watch whatever movie you ask us to watch. August Hahn says, have there been any more robot incidents in Murfreesboro? I hope you guys have gotten a handle on all that.
I get handle. That's right. Hit him with broom handle. Yeah, that's how you handle that situation. I've been handling. I ain't seen nothing around here. As far as that's concerned, there's a lot of other stuff that I can't explain or understand. It's still visible to me, and it's troublesome. And I have some nights where it's hard to get to sleep over it. But the one you talked about, yeah, I got that one. Yeah, don't see that.
Al Moore says, hey, Jackie Broles, what's the name of those folks who own Christ and Cakes?
Where's Wixon Nita?
Let's see. Red State Update.
It's old Guy Lancaster writes all this, right?
Red State Update, Wikipedia.
Wikipedia, that's it. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, Red Stone Update, Wikipedia comes up.
I don't know what that is.
It's a Minecraft wiki.
What?
The Redstone Update is the name for Minecraft version 1.5, a major update released on... Really? Really? Even Minecraft doesn't show us any respect.
I don't know what it is, so I don't know what...
Beth K. Leary says, I love these guys. Thank you, Beth. Ed Fonts says, will you have enough money left over after the Kickstarter to throw one of those Hollywood-type parties with big boobied girls in bikinis?
Right. See,
and mountains of blow on silver trays by a swimming pool?
Enough.
I was thinking about visiting Murfreesboro soon, and I might need to work that into my travel itinerary. If so, thanks.
If you want that, you go on down to Fish Fellas. That's something like that.
Ed, I will let
like
you know
here.
if you're going to throw that kind of party and you're budget-minded, and with what we got from Kickstarter, we probably need to keep budget in mind. We're going to want to go down to Fish Fellas. So
just
I'll let you know.
Tell Guy Lancaster, in case somebody asks that question again, to write down Fish Fellas, Wix, right?
Guy, we need to make sure Christ and Cakes owners are listed and Fish Fellas.
That's what. Everything else is great. I really shouldn't ask you for anything else.
Christ and Cakes may be on there. I just couldn't get to the Wikipedia, and I feel like we're wasting
I don't know
time.
How
I don't know. We're at an hour 12. We need to. All right. Matt Ellis says, if y'all get enough extra donations, would Jackie be interested in putting a concession stand at the Titans Nissan Stadium to sell his barbecue?
Well, if I did that, somebody else has to work it because I got to be.
Why don't you put your name on something like Colonel Sanders? Franchise is out. Put your name on a bucket of barbecue.
Hey, watch your mouth. I know.
I said a bucket.
I thought you said something else.
No, I said put it on a bucket.
Everything comes out of your mouth sounds like filth.
What do you think I said?
I ain't going to say it.
Is it rhyme with bucket?
All right, leave it alone just enough. No, I ain't got this tube. Some people won't go into business like that and be, millionaires. Well, I'm fine just where I am. I like my clientele. I like people come in here, get good food. I got a little home. So far been able to take care of Miss Broles. I don't need all that stuff and all the headaches come with it. Doing this is bad enough.
August Hahn says, is there any current Republican candidate for president you two would not interview if asked to do so?
I talked to any of them. If they won't sit down and talk. Now, this is people running for our presidency. Now, I ain't like Obama. Don't be saying that. Remember, he said, I'll talk to anybody who wants to talk to me.
Yeah, because you sounded like Obama.
No,
That's what you reminded me of.
People running for this country's president. I'll talk to any of them. Now, other people from other countries are running for their president. I don't know why I won't talk to them begin first, but
Would
none
you
of my
talk
business.
to the president of Iran?
No, sir.
Well, what if we could break through peace?
Obama took care of that. He already got peace with them. They're big buddies now. Well, what's going to happen when Obama leaves office, huh? Iran, they made the deal like this. That just shows he's about to leave. He's about to walk out of there, thank the Lord. Then we'll see where you be, Iran.
Billy Carter says, is this PBS? I think he's talking about us doing a lot of asking for money.
It feels just like it, yeah, except probably more boring.
Guy Lancaster says, hey, since Huckabee, this Guy Lancaster, folks, does most of the updates on the Wikipedia. I think some other people have done some updates, but Guy Lancaster
is he on
shouldered
here? Thank him.
The majority of the burden.
Thank him. Yes, sir. Thank you. Mr. Lancaster, he's on. Can he hear this?
No, he was the same one earlier that couldn't hear this. He was asking about his wife.
Oh, that's his
and
wife?
Arkansas law.
Oh, that's his wife. Well.
Hey, since Huckabee is chunked back up, does that make him the Dom DeLuise of the Republican field?
Who now?
Huckabee. Fat.
Oh, he used to be a lot bigger than he is now. He used to be Chris Christie size.
He was big.
He was as big as old Chris Christie.
Now, Guy Lancaster is from Arkansas. I don't know if he was around there during the Huckabee years. I'm sure he gets Huckabee. I guess he gets his fill of Huckabee news living there in Arkansas.
I'm sure. Bless his heart.
And if so, who becomes the Burt Reynolds candidate? So if Huckabee is Dom DeLuise, who's Burt Reynolds? Is there anyone in particular Jackie would like?
Trump.
Is Burt Reynolds?
He just like Burt. I mean, same attitude, you know.
So he wants to know who Jackie would like to see slap Mike Huckabee. None of them have mustaches. So
I'd like Trump. That's an easy fix right there. You get them two together, that may very well happen. So I'd say Trump, you know.
You think Trump's going to physically attack one of the candidates at the debate?
If, you know, Mike Huckabee, what he does, he says something just awful and smiles of doing it. And that's, you know, somebody like that's like what they call, somebody, you know, he doesn't do it all the time. Sometimes he's just genuine nice. Now, he don't do it all the time, but every now and then he just says the worst thing in the world, but he says it just like he says it when he says something all right. So,
it's like if Andy Griffith was a real asshole.
Yeah.
You know, I'll tell you who thinks he's Burt Reynolds is Ted Cruz.
Well, yes, he ain't, though. Trump, though, you know what I mean. I know Burt Reynolds is better than Trump. Don't get me wrong. But you know, I ain't going to listen to that. What are you saying, honey? What's this over here? You know, that kind of attitude. That's same kind of like Burt Reynolds.
Guy Lancaster also wants to know, is Mr. Slaw going to be interviewing any presidential candidates this go-round? And if so, who does he most look forward to interviewing?
I hope so. I hope he's still with us. He probably will be.
I'd say Dr. Ben Carson.
That's who he'd need to talk to right there, is if he can get in somebody's brain and cut around and make him feel better. Lord, I wish.
He could heal Mr. Slaw.
That'd be the one. That's who he'd want to talk to. You right about that. Yeah, he'd have a lot of questions for him because it ain't just with his brain. It's all over. Mr. Slaw, he's got a lot of physical problems. Yeah,
he ain't feeling too good at all.
Yeah, if he could be in Dr. Ben Carson's ear, he'd have a thing to ask him.
Al Moore says, hey, Jackie Broles, is Wesley Press's transgender info class offered online, and does it cover the nuts and bolts of the transitioning process? Asking for a friend.
I think he did have some. He had booklets, so he'd have to mail that to you. I don't know if he put it on a computer or not. He knows. He's smart as a lick. He knows how to work a computer. So seems like computer be best for him because he don't have to go outside and be on that. But I'll ask him for you. I don't know for sure.
I think you can get better information. I'm gonna be honest.
I didn't know they was going to ask me all this stuff. I go ask him. I said I'll go over and ask him. He's smart as a lick.
I did hear he has a new motto for that business. It's called, "It is my job to educate you."
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Al Moore back again. Hey, boys, fill in the punchline. A shirtless Confederate flag tattooed Billy Joel, Fred Thompson, Chris Christie, and Lil Bobby Jindal walk into Jackie's Market.
Oh, well, they'd all be welcome with a chest towel. They'd be welcome in here, all of them together.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
I think the setup is the punchline of that joke.
I think so.
I don't know
You
what the
get it
topper
all
would
there.
be.
Yeah, I can't. That's good right there, yeah. Uptown Girls.
Mark Pickering says, Jackie, do you think Kanye West is an overrated blowhard?
Who?
Mark Pickering says, Dunlap, how do you pay for weed when you have no job?
All right.
I have a lot of friends, and it's not from the podcast sponsors. But I tell you what, if we make this Kickstarter, I'm going to invite you around.
All right.
I'll get you high as hell,
Hey,
man.
y'all do it on your own time. Go somewhere else. I don't want to hear about it.
I'm not saying I'm going to spend our Kickstarter money on weed.
You better not.
All of it.
Hey.
Jennifer Downs Uselton says, when are you going to show up at Bonnaroo?
I ain't ever going to show up Bonnaroo. Never as long as I live. Hell, by the time, I hope I don't live long enough, but at some point, Bonnaroo's going to be so big, it's going to reach to this place. It almost does already, with all of them driving through here, coming in here. But at some point, it'll be out in the backyard, all them hippies and the rest of them, all of them out there.
I sometimes make enough money selling weed at Bonnaroo to pay for my weed the rest of the year.
All right.
And sometimes I find something, people just drop it. Maybe I find a cigarette with purple veined cigarette. I'm like, what's in here? And what's this going to make me feel like when I smoke it?
Hey.
Good. For a little while. Chad Center says, what did you all think about that new Jurassic World movie? I don't think they killed any goats in this, and so Jackie must have liked it.
I went to see that, and I like an old one best. Of course, that goat did get hurt in that one. I didn't like that part, but I knew that dinosaur was going to get his. When they killed him at the end, that's the best part. That's an old one. When they killed all the dinosaurs at the end of the movie, it was my favorite part. Now, this new one, you took me to it, and it just seemed like it was just... They killed what? How many dinosaurs they kill in this one? One?
I can't even remember. It's all a blur.
It's just kind of how it is to me too.
These bird dinosaurs, do they get killed even? Yeah, it's just one bad dinosaur.
They kill
some of the other dinosaurs must get hurt.
Now, see, in the old one, they was all bad. All the dinosaurs were bad. Every single one of them, and that's what made you scared. That's right there. It's like, well, good Lord, I hope they don't get them kids or whatever. But sure enough, they killed every last one of them dinosaurs in that old one. And this one, they just killed one. So I don't know.
I remember you wanted them to cut open the dinosaurs and all the goats they eat still be in their stomach.
Well, that's
be
just,
okay and run away.
I knew better because you see that leg blood on it. I knew. But, if a goat just lost a leg, it's still, it'd hop around. Three-legged dog.
Good at hopping.
That's the best. They better at dog. Like I said,
three-legged dog. Good at balance and hopping.
Yeah. So, I mean, that they could have added that. I would have been all right with that.
Should I vote, says Chris Crook, for the old white crazy Democrat candidate?
Yeah.
The old white corrupt Democrat candidate?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure which one. Oh, okay, I got you. Or one of the 30 Republican candidates that hates immigrants.
Now, be fair now. All of them hate immigrants. John McCain come out against Trump and said, no, sir, he's crazy. Don't listen to him. John McCain likes immigrants. He's running. So just...
John McCain ain't running.
Huh?
John McCain ain't running for president.
I thought all of them are running this time.
Not John McCain.
Oh, well, maybe the rest of them, I don't know. I know he ain't...
Now, Huckabee doesn't hate immigrants, right? He likes immigrants.
He likes it when all the babies are down the border. He may change a different tune now. I don't know. He seems like things he says gets worse and worse. Every time about the time he come out with the child molesting people, he just gets worse and worse. Like you can't top that. That's it. You stop there. when you come out and say you're friends with a child molester, and he keeps trying to top it every single time. Just you won right there. You ain't gonna get no worse than that. So whatever he says, and he says it as nice as can be. You know, I didn't even know who were the Duggars peoples. I didn't even know who they was. And then after he come out and said, for a minute there, I said, well, he's right. But no,
I don't understand. He's got the other friend is child molester too.
He's got two of them.
So he's like
one maybe, but two of them. That's it. And that goes back. How can I say something worse than this? I know.
I'm not gonna say anything more than this. The following sentence: a person has several child molester friends.
Yeah.
And also really wants immigrants to leave their babies on the border.
Well, that's enough. That's it about him. I don't want to say anything.
I used
to like him, thought he's nice. I like his TV show where he played music. He should have stayed on there. All this just...
I'm sure he's thinking the same thing.
Well.
Lance Petty says, do you guys think it would be fun to ram obese women with a battering ram? I don't understand the needless violence and anger. Also, has Dunlap ever swallowed a Twinkie whole like a duck? Yes.
Battering ram.
I like the second question. I don't understand. Is that a sexual thing? Because
right.
Yes, probably.
No sex questions on here either. I ain't gonna watch no sex movie. I don't talk it.
Is Craig Davidson still around? Asked James Brown.
Oh, he's still around in different parts. Yes, sir. Yeah.
OCD.
He's still around.
Don McCoy says, my tummy's not feeling good. What was the last thing you ate that you greatly regret eating?
Well, have to be at Long John Silver. Now, normally I love Long John Silver, but the other night, he went and got some for lunch for Dunlap and me, and the rest of the day didn't go too well. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Something about that tartar sauce. We knew it, but we kept eating it.
Well, usually, sometimes that's happened before eating Long John Silver. Like, man, this ain't right. But then, keep going. It's all right. It's Long John Silver.
Right.
It's good.
At first you get confused. Like, something ain't right. And then you remember, like, no, it's always like this.
Yeah. But not this time. It wasn't
through us.
Yeah.
It could be like, what do you?
Yeah.
What is that?
Something ain't. Maybe it's a sauce. I don't. Is the breading?
Aaron Elquin says, talk about Trump.
Yeah.
Milk that because it's almost over. His hair's going to turn tail and run again in the end.
Yeah.
And how Hillary is owned by a bunch of corporations. This is
true.
A long question.
That's
Jackie
true
says.
right there. That part's true, yeah.
Let me know if you need links. She's got the links.
Well.
How Bernie Sanders will hand all the progressive and liberal suckers over to Hillary in the end.
Yeah.
And why Joe Biden is so quiet if he's thinking of running. And how to get you guys more money for the upcoming elections. Yes. At least more booze. Yes.
Hey.
Oh, and maybe how it turns out in the end that Jon Stewart is actually a racist.
He's racist.
Well, she covered a lot of ground with that question. She covered more ground, I think, in that question we have in an hour and a half of this podcast. Jon Stewart yelled at a former correspondent of his who's African-American, comedian.
Did he yell? He yelled the N-word, right?
No, he was just like, I'm going to continue to do my impression of Pizza Man. What was his name? Herman Cain.
Oh, yeah, 999. It's too damn high.
No. Jesus Christ.
Huh?
Gotta go over to Twitter. That was our last question. Really should have stopped it before we got. There's one more question somebody posted on here. He didn't post it there. He posted it. I'll never find it. I don't understand Facebook on here. I can't remember the term white supremacy. I can't believe I'm asking people for money. We're done. We're shot. There's no reason to continue this, but people are giving us money, and I think that's nice.
It is.
They still believe in us, but folks, the reality is Shane Copen says, is this where the I ask 'ems is at? I always miss them. It was a while back, but I remember Jackie saying that every family usually had at least one homosexual in it, if you look deep enough. That got me to thinking about Jackie's family, and in particular Jackie Jr. Then I got to thinking about Jackie's stance on gay marriage and the stance of the Republican Party. I couldn't help but wonder, could Jackie clarify that he is proud to have a gay son? Maybe that's all Jackie Jr. needs to hear.
I don't want to say nothing about him. I never said a word, but I tell you what, there's nights I sit up and pray that boy was gay. I wish he was gay more than what he is. He was gay, he'd come back home. I'd take care of him, give him a big hug around the neck. But there's nothing, like I said, that's a dream come true right there if that was the case. If that's all it was, well, not wrong with him, but...
Uncle Buford Solomon on Twitter asked us a bunch of questions. We're at 90 minutes, so I'm just going to pick a couple of these real fast. Let's see here. What did the bartender say when a communist, a Muslim, and a foreigner walked in?
What?
Hello, Mr. President. That's pretty good. Could you give us the answer to it right on there? You should send that to Fred Thompson's Twitter.
Oh, he don't need it. Fred Thompson's good on his own. That's good though. He'd like it, but he don't need no help.
Here's another one. You ask him, why is it that a female computer voice that announces self-destruct sequences and other violent disasters?
What?
Another one. You ask him, wife's mad because I left a trail of rose petals leading to a sink full of dirty dishes. What should I do?
What?
How much moonshine goes into the Brawls family mashed potatoes?
Moonshine? I like my mashed potatoes plain the way they are, and I like, have a sip of that shine every now and then I have, and I still
Oh, man, that sounds pretty good. Go get some moonshine.
Well,
go get some mashed potatoes.
Well, that's good. Right, that's pretty good right there. That's a good afternoon, good day anyway.
Mashed potatoes is good base for anything you want to mash up into a ball.
Well,
they already mashed up.
Well, here I have potato salad. We got plenty of that. I don't have mashed potato. We don't make that here. You got to pay for that.
It's a lot of work.
It is. It's potato salad's work too now. Don't say, but you keep it cold, it'll last longer.
So, folks, people, sorry if we missed a question or missed one of your questions. We appreciate everybody that wrote in to us. We appreciate everybody that's give us Kickstarter money. We appreciate everybody that listens to this every week, week in and week out. We appreciate Guy Lancaster for updating the Wikipedia.
Yes, sir, yeah. All the nice messages, all the nice things y'all say as sweet as can be. That's nice.
Yeah, we really do appreciate the people on Kickstarter, even people that ain't giving us money, just writing in saying thank you for this, thank you for that. Y'all aren't y'all are something I don't avoid. I actually enjoy listening to you.
Yeah.
Y'all are something that seems like it would be some sort of punishment, but instead it's something I look forward to every week, and I enjoy the fellowship with you and the other Red State Update fans. That we like to hear things like that.
Yes, that's it. Yes, yeah.
So get on Kickstarter. Just a few more days. It's done Friday, July 31st.
Won't have to talk about it no more, hopefully. This will be
just
it.
Just a recap.
But thank you kindly for everything already. If we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. But thank you kindly. It means a lot so far.
Yeah, you can follow. If you go to our Kickstarter, if you give us even like $1, you get the updates. We're also putting the updates up on Facebook. Putting them up, I'm linking to them on Twitter. We got an Instagram going. So we got, listen to this on, what is the other ones, Jackie?
Churches, iTunes,
right?
Twitters, Facebooks,
right?
And YouTubes.
All of them.
Yep.
Thank you so much for listening to this. We're at an hour and 33 minutes. We're going to get out of here. Probably go get some mashed potatoes somewhere. Where do you want them from?
Well, Long John Silver's don't have mashed potatoes, so.
They should. That'd be good.
It would be good. I'd try it.
Damn hush puppy through,
dip that in there, yeah.
Mm.
I'd eat that. Yeah, somebody ought to tell them that. It ain't my place to tell them how to do the business. I sure don't want them telling me, but
Well, why don't we go to Long John Silver's and we'll stop by Kroger and
Well,
we'll
get
us
more.
a
Well,
big
you
tub
go-
of mashed potatoes.
it's right there by Sony's. You just go in the Sony's and get them say I need some mashed potatoes. Go get that. Go over there. Because the Long John Silver, it ain't like that all the time. It's just that day somebody did something.
Yeah, I'm ready to give it another
Yeah,
chance.
well, it's about time anyway. So we'll run into Sony. You go into Sony's. I'll drop you off. You go in there and get 2 things of mashed potatoes, and I'll run into Long John Silver, and I guess get business as usual, as I say.
Yeah, get to tell them business as usual, boys.
They know what that means.